Stacy? Location, incident?
Yeah, can you
And
Sure.
if, let's just say, scroll down. Let's say, stop. Let's say it's an incident in the O'Connor building, okay? You would click that, but specifically it may be room 165, okay? So that's what we want in more detail, is like where specifically in that building did that incident occur, okay?
Is the Garcia Center on there? I don't see it. We just do a lot of stuff at the Garcia Center with our students.
Yeah, nursing has students
Yeah.
there as well, so that would be a good one to have on there.
It's
if
in
it's not there.
Antonio.
Is
It's
it,
over,
what, is it,
it's part of the university.
no, I know what it is, but is that the full name of the building?
It's the Antonio E. Garcia.
If it's not on here, we can add it on there.
Okay.
I'll check.
Just
But it's
because
easily
we
for
do a
us to
lot
add
there
it.
with our
Yes.
students tutoring.
Did you have a question?
Oh,
Scroll.
yeah.
Scroll. Okay. Here, this section involved parties is all those who involved in the incident. So, if it is, let's say, some students in the class or some student workers come into your office and they have concern about one of the student workers or somebody in the class, and this group of students overheard this one student make a verbal threat that he's going to just, go ballistic on a professor and cause harm to a professor, blah, 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 blah. You would put all of those who are involved, but you have to list them individually. So let's say you say John Doe is a student of concern. You put John Doe's name there, select the gender, and then select what role John Doe is. Since John Doe is a student of concern, you would select student of concern. If it's an alleged violator, that's the person that committed a student conduct violation, like came to the room intoxicated or something, then we would say he's the alleged violator, okay? Here, as much identifying information you can provide about that student, the better. Especially if you have the A number, go ahead and list the A number. But if you don't have that, this other information is going to be helpful to us because it's connected to Banner. And so it's going to narrow that search as much as possible to get to the person that we're looking for. Because if you just put in Michael Garcia, how do you think Michael Garcias we have? Okay? But if you give us Michael Garcia with an A number and date of birth and blah, 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 it's going to find the one that we're looking for. So this is really important information. Now, you've entered in the concerned student or the alleged violator or the witness, and you want to add in all the other people. Then you just click this button, and it'll bring the screen back up, and you go in and enter information for those individuals. So if you're a witness, they're concerned, or whatever, that's where you would list them. Here is a descriptive of the incident. Be detailed as possible. I don't care if you provide more information than you think we need, put it on there. And the reason why I'm saying that is we had a situation about a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, where we had a student who had some severe mental health problems. And it was to the point where it raised a very serious red flag for us, and we were thinking about the concern of the student, the health of the student, and whether or not the student needed to continue. And so we were contemplating whether or not we need to get the parents involved. Well, we had found out through, I don't know if it was the student's friend or through a professor, but that student did not have a good relationship with their parents at all. What we did find out, though, is that that student had a good relationship with their high school guidance counselor and a local pastor in the community. We made the decision in the best interest of the student to not contact the parents because they had not been in a relationship for some time, and contact that high school guidance counselor, and that was the best decision we could have ever made, because had we contacted the parents who that student had not been in contact with for a number of years, that probably would have made the situation worse. So it may be information like that you have that you think, well, they don't need that. Well, we might. That might be really good, valuable information that may help us make a decision on what approach we should take in assisting this student. And so you can put that here. List all the people that are involved, everything that you think you need to know about this incident. Even if there was something that, you know what, it's my understanding that this student exhibited the same problems last semester in such and such class. That may be information because we may be able to go back and say, okay, I understand that you had the same problem with a student, though we may not be able to connect those from a due process perspective, but it may help us to see the overall picture regarding the student. And then, go ahead, Stacy. Now, let's say if a student emailed you or wrote something on your test that was disturbing, you can scan it. Well, you laugh, but it's happened.
Yeah.
We have gotten some serious reports, students writing things on their tests or email.
Oh my God.
Okay, yes. And what you can do is scan it and upload it here. So when you go to submit the report, fill out this part, submit the report, it's going to send us an attachment of everything that you scanned. So we get everything all at once. We don't have to wait for you to submit anything to us, walk it over, it's done. Everything is online. So we made it very easy for you. Well, the company who made this made it very easy for us. And so, as you can see, that's it. There's no other thing that you need to enter. Everything is right there. And I know that this is a lot of information to take in, and you may, 2 months from now have a situation with a student and, gosh, I can't remember how to go in the system and do this. Call us. We'll walk you through it, walk you through it, talk you through it, tell you what you need to do. But one of the reasons why I'm really happy that we have this is that before, people would call us or email us and leave out vague information, so we would have to call them and dictate the notes. And so we would have to kind of sum it up ourselves, but it wasn't our wording. I mean, it wasn't the wording of the person filing the report. It was our wording. And so I just was never really comfortable with that. But now you can go in and make it your own. Whatever concerns you have, you can submit it. We will filter out what we need and what we don't need and make a decision. Are there any questions about this online system? And this is for students, staff, and faculty. So if a student comes to you and they have concerns about another student, you direct them to this website. Now what you can do, we had a case just yesterday, a student worker reported to her supervisor about an incident that occurred with one of her friends. The supervisor sent us a report listed as informational report. And so I followed up with the supervisor to say, hey, get that student to submit a report because she was the one that witnessed the incident. So we got her to go online and actually submit an incident report. So even if a student comes to you, you can still just say, hey, I found this out, the student came to me after class, reported that da-da-da-da-da happened, and here are the people involved, this is all the information I have. Then we can follow up with you and say, okay, who is the student, give us information, get that student to go online. So that is our presentation. We have more of those cards. We ordered 5,000 of those.
Can I take that?
So take some, you can pass them out to the students, your student workers, secretary, anybody can have that. And we had a lot of presentation last semester, and we're going to start up again this spring semester and try to reach more people. And if you ever have a request for us to come into your department to do a presentation for your department, we're willing to do that. So if there's no more questions, you're free to go, right?
Well, thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. Thank you, Stacy, so
Absolutely.
much.
Sure.
Is there any questions for Angela or Stacy?
What are your hours?
Normal business hours, 8 to 5 Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 to 7 Tuesday, and 8 to 3 on Friday. So yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.